Ladies and gentlemen, they all hate Narendra Modi. That is the one common glue that unites all these 19 opposition parties who now say that there is absolutely no way that they will make themselves a part of the inauguration of the new parliament this Sunday. Lot of questions are being asked of them. People are asking that, is your problem just with Narendra Modi, but then what about the parliament? What about the temple of democracy? Is this petty politics, or there is any merit in the stand that all these opposition parties have taken unitedly to ask that why the Prime Minister, why not the President who's inaugurating the new Parliament building? That's got to be a top focus on this edition of The Burning Question. I'm Deepthi Sachdeva, and first up, as always, the headlines.
अपने हाथों से अपनी पार्लियामेंट नहीं बनाई है तो सबको उस सेरेमनी में शामिल होना चाहिए और खुशी मनानी चाहिए.
The Akali Dal, the TDP and the YSRCP all set to attend the Parliament inauguration despite the 19 parties deciding to give a boycott call. Top Congress leader cautions the Congress in the boycott politics, says oppose Modi by not India's institutional symbols.
सेंगोल की स्थापना के लिए संसद के भवन से अधिक उपयुक्त और पवित्र और उचित स्थान कोई हो ही नहीं सकता.
The Modi government to install the Chola dynasty relic in the new parliament in a bid to connect ancient tradition to new India.
Most part, nothing, all creation, nothing. Whatever Venugopal, whatever Kargeji, whatever Surjiwala ji, that is between both of them then and both of me and Siddaramaiah ji. No one should interfere, there is nothing in it.
Congress minister and MP engage in a verbal duel in the Karnataka Assembly after comments over power sharing. Amnesty demanding a rollback of the hijab order in Karnataka. The Congress is literally implying, saying we will review it. And top Imran aide Fawad Chaudhry is now running away from Imran Khan. The former Pakistan Prime Minister is completely isolated. Hours away, remember, from the big inauguration of the new Parliament building of the country, the Temple of Democracy. The Congress is back with the boycott plan. There are 19 opposition parties, 19. They've all ganged up together. They've decided to boycott the inauguration of the Parliament building on Sunday. But some in the opposition are against the boycott spree. They say that the boycott is going to be an insult to the national pride. But ladies and gentlemen, the story is far from over. There are questions being asked today to the opposition, and there are questions being asked also of the BJP. The opposition says that when the constitution clearly says that the president is the head of the parliament, why is the president not invited for the inauguration? And why is it that the prime minister is going ahead with this inauguration all by himself? On the other side, what does the BJP do? The BJP talks about a number of years, a number of figures, and I will just give you highlights of them. In 1975, they say Indira Gandhi inaugurated the Parliament House Annexi. 81, Indira Gandhi again inaugurates the new Maharashtra Assembly. Then in 87, you have Rajiv Gandhi laying down the foundation of a new library, again in the Parliament. In 2010, then Prime Minister Dr. Manmohan Singh, he inaugurated the Tamil Nadu Secretariat. 2011, again there's an inauguration by Manmohan Singh and Sonia Gandhi. 2014, the Jharkhand and the Assam Chief Ministers both laying the foundation stones of the new assemblies. And interestingly here, the governors in both the states not invited. Let's also then go to what happened in 2018, 2019, 2020 and the latest in 2023, because the list is really long. And over the last few days, I'm sure a lot of you have seen this. In 2023, KCR, the Telangana Chief Minister, also inaugurates the new assembly building. So is there merit in this entire boycott call that the opposition is putting forward, or the opposition does not want to be a part of the history and of the new parliament building because they are so blind in their Modi hatred that they are forgetting that they are also insulting the symbol of a new India. Those are questions we'll ask all our panel of guests that join us. And let's in fact take a moment to introduce all of them, and then we'll also show you the entire controversy, how it has spanned and all the reactions that have come in. I do see Charu Pragya of the BJP. Harish Rai Dhanda is the Akali Dal spokesperson. Khalikur Rahman is the leader of the BRS. Mr. Jaiprakash Majumdar is spokesperson of the TMC. And Parimal Kumar is the State General Secretary of the JDU, and he's completing our panel. There are questions today that all of them will be asked. Remember, you know the stance of the TMC, the JDU, the BJP and the Akali Dal. Interestingly, BRS is yet to take a call. But before Charu and all gentlemen, I come to you, do allow me some time as we play out the entire story, how it has moved through the day. What have been the reactions from the government? The Union Home Minister Amit Shah earlier said that all parties are invited and they should take a part in this historic day as India is bringing forward the new parliament building. First up, the entire story and then the debate.
The new parliament, the pride of the nation, will be inaugurated on the 28th of May.
नया संसद भवन होगा 130 करोड़ देशवासियों की आशाओं को नई बुलंदियां देने वाला।
The inauguration of the new parliament building this Sunday will also see Prime Minister Narendra Modi install a historic golden scepter near the speaker's seat.
ये जो सेंगोल है वो चोला साम्राज्य के समय से मतलब 8वीं शताब्दी से चली आ रही हमारी अपनी भारतीय सभ्यगत प्रथा का एक अनुसरण करने के लिए ये प्रथा को बना दिया गया। सेंगोल जिसको प्राप्त होता है इसके पास से न्यायपूर्ण और निष्पक्ष शासन की अपेक्षा रखी जाती है। 1947 अगस्त के बाद सेंगोल सबकी आंखों से ओझल हो गया, इसको भुला दिया गया।
And just days ahead of the historic day, the opposition is on a boycott spree. 19 parties have decided to boycott the parliament inauguration.
सभी लोगों से बात हुई है हमारी और हम लोग जो है इसका हम लोग विरोध करेंगे, बॉयकॉट करेंगे। तो पहला सेशन हम लोगों का मानना है कि राष्ट्रपति जी जो हैं उनसे जो है उद्घाटन कराना चाहिए था।
जो तारीख तय की गई है उसमें विपक्षी दलों के नेताओं की कहाँ क्या उपस्थिति है, इसको ध्यान में रख कर के क्या कभी उन्होंने सलाह मशवरा किया? एक तरफा तरीके से मनमर्जी तरीके से तारीखें तय की गई हैं।
आप उसका एक पॉलिटिकल इवेंट कर रहे हैं, प्रधानमंत्री के हाथों से उद्घाटन करें। इसलिए इस देश के सभी अपोजिशन पार्टी ने निर्णय लिया है कि हम उस कार्यक्रम के ऊपर बहिष्कार करेंगे और उस बहिष्कार में शिवसेना भी शामिल है।
संसद के उद्घाटन में अगर आप महामहिम राष्ट्रपति को ही नहीं बुला रहे हैं तो फिर क्या बचता है? क्या संदेश आप देना चाहते हैं? आपने महामहिम राष्ट्रपति का तो घोर अपमान किया ही है, साथ ही साथ इस देश के आदिवासियों का, दलितों का, वंचित समाज का घोर अपमान किया है।
The opposition is split on the boycott call.
नई पार्लियामेंट की बिल्डिंग बनना देश के लिए एक खुशी का समय और उसकी इनॉग्रेशन सेरेमनी होनी है तो सबको खुशी से उसमें पार्टिसिपेट करना चाहिए, क्योंकि राजनीति करने के बहुत से टाइम होते हैं। तो अब तो ये सबको मिलजुल करके पहली बार देश ने अपने हाथों से अपनी पार्लियामेंट नई बनाई है तो सबको उस सेरेमनी में शामिल होना चाहिए और खुशी मनानी चाहिए।
The BJP says the Congress fears Prime Minister Modi.
Instead of celebrating India's progress, instead of celebrating every milestone that represents India's continuing rise as a democracy.
Will the boycott spree backfire? That's the burning question tonight.
And let's first put out this important breaking news right now that you see on your screens. This is about how many parties are going to be willing to attend the inauguration of the new parliament. The BJD, ladies and gentlemen, has just issued a statement and they say the BJD shall be a part of this momentous occasion. They go on to say that the BJD believes that these constitutional institutions should be above any issue which may affect their sanctity and their honor, and such issues can always be debated later in the August House. So that clearly is a big leg up for the BJP that is looking at parties like the YSRCP, the TDP, and now the BJD also saying, including the Akalis, that they will be a part of the inauguration this Sunday. Let's bring up our guests and ask them what happens from here on. And Charu, the idea was to come to you first, but I'll ask you to wait because I want to take this quickly now to Mr. Jaiprakash Majumdar, the spokesperson of the TMC. Majumdar ji, how is it that you, the Aam Aadmi Party, the Congress, 19 opposition parties, including Parimal ji's party, don't want to be a part of this historic day? But there are also parties apart from the BJP now, apart from the BJP, whether it's the Akali, whether it is the YSRCP, whether it is the TDP and now the BJD. Majumdar ji, the BJD says that all this can be debated later in the August House, but they will be a part of this big day. So what is the problem that Trinamool and all these parties have, apart from the fact that all of you hate Narendra Modi?
Madam Anchor, you have started the very debate. In your first sentence, you have used some very unparliamentary word to discuss parliament. You have said the opposition parties ganged up together. What do you mean by ganged up? You may say they have come together to oppose. The very word you have used that shows your the psyche, that how we want to thrash whoever wants to show their democratic right. It's a democratic right. Madam, don't interrupt me.
To counter you.
No, don't interrupt me.
1 second, sir. Relax.
No,
1 second. Majumdar
while you are speaking,
you have a problem with the quote-unquote word gang up.
Madam Anchor, it's
but do you
your
have
channel.
any problem with what one of your parliamentarians said? I mean, I don't even want to quote those words, Charu Pragya. You would remember that. Khalikur Rahman ji would also remember, along with Parimal ji. Have you taken action against that parliamentarian? Have you suspended her? Have you expelled her from your party? Come on.
I am talking about this
If you are so touchy about saying gang up, how can you be absolutely not touchy about the kind of language she used?
You are using these words because someone else has used more critical words. Is it your defense? Let me answer. Don't interrupt me because you have initiated
no, I don't have to give any defense, sir. People are watching. People are watching this. I don't have to give any defense. My job is to ask everyone questions. Whether it is the BJP, whether it is the Trinamool, and because you brought up the issue of a language and you had a problem with a word. Now see, I don't know whether you want to deflect the debate, but I won't let you do that because the matter closes there, sir.
No, I'm not deflecting.
So I don't think you have any locus standi to speak about any language, parliamentary, unparliamentary, when you cannot take action against your repeat offender. You're a member of parliament.
You are so touchy? Why? You can criticize anyone, but you cannot. You are not ready to take any criticism to your language. My God, be patient.
Every criticism is welcome, Majumdar ji. But have you taken criticism also? And it doesn't just stop at criticism. If you're a political party, you should be walking the talk. Before trying to show anyone else the mirror, sir, do you look in the mirror yourself?
No. Okay, I am pointing out.
I don't understand why you're so agitated anyways.
That you are unable to.
I think the fact, Charu, that you have this letter coming in from the BJD that has announced support for the BJP right now, saying that we are going to be coming for the parliament inauguration, has irked a lot of opposition parties.
Why you call us when you don't?
Is that the reason why, Majumdar ji, so you so worked up?
Why you call us when you are not ready to allow speaking freely? Why you call us when
Majumdar ji, you've been speaking since this debate began.
I asked you a simple question. I'll ask that again. Because the TMC loves to complain. And then you run away. When you're shown the mirror. Listen, sir, there are other panelists. No one has spoken, and I can't be wasting time like this. Majumdar ji, you're a very senior politician, sir. With due respect, I want to ask you just one question. What is it that gets these 19 19 opposition parties together, apart from the fact that they all hate Narendra Modi.
Don't repeat yourself. Please allow us to speak.
Okay, you can give me the answer, sir.
Yes, because the present regime at central government, they are killing the very spirit of the first 4 words of our constitution, which starts with "We, the people of India." Modi and BJP is not the entirety of the people of India, neither the Republic TV always says people wants to know. How do you know
can I
about
speak
what
now,
people want to know?
I think this is just wasting the time of this
the
debate.
Republic TV
But you know, our parliament, Majumdar ji, is our pride. It's the symbol of new India. Charu, I know you want to come in, but please allow me one quick round with everyone else before I come to you, Charu, because there are questions that the BJP will also have to answer. Majumdar ji, you have ducked my question, but let me ask Khaliqur Rahman, the leader of the BRS, whether he's going to be supporting right now the inauguration of the parliament. Will we see the BRS there at the inauguration ceremony this Sunday? Mr. Rahman.
Good evening to all my co-panelists. First of all, I'd like to actually draw your attention to your initial remark, wherein you said that the Telangana Assembly was inaugurated by KCRG in 2023. Let me tell you and clarify that it was not the Assembly. It was the Secretariat in Telangana which was inaugurated on in 2023. That is the B.R. Ambedkar Telangana Secretariat. So I just want you to, check your facts.
Who inaugurated it, sir?
And now
who inaugurated that?
It was a secretariat. There is a difference between a parliament, assembly and a secretariat. Secretariat is an administrative building. And you also gave the example of the parliament annex and all those things. They are all the administrative buildings.
No, they don't
they are not the temple of democracy. Parliament is the temple of democracy. So parliament is the temple of democracy.
You will obviously look for a loophole. But are you forgetting, Mr. Rahman, I don't know why you also want to deflect attention from the major question. Tell me something. Have you made up your mind?
I'm coming to your
question. Will you be a part of the inauguration ceremony this Sunday or not?
I'm going to answer your question. I'm going to answer your question. You give me the time. Don't shout over me, ma'am. Just listen to me.
Please.
See, because we have the President of India who is the head of the state. And in the Article 79, which very clearly says there shall be a parliament for the union which shall consist of the President and 2 houses, to be known respectively as the Council of States and the Houses of the People. So are we not disrespecting the office of the President? And I've seen the invitation also which has been extended that only the name of our Honorable Prime Minister and the Speaker of the Lok Sabha is there. The President of India, the Vice President of India, they both have been ignored even in the invitation. So I mean,
so are you going or not?
The parliament building is not the proprietary of any party or anyone. It belongs to the entire nation. It belongs to the people of the country. The representatives
Sir, to
of
cut the long story short,
go and sit there.
Mr. Rahman, to cut the long story short, I agree with all the points you're making, sir. Yeah. Why don't you first begin by telling us whether the BRS will go for the Sunday inauguration or not?
See, we are ready to take a decision. We will let you know your decision by tomorrow. Our leadership will take a decision by tomorrow after consulting with our
Why should it take so long for you to decide? See,
tomorrow
unless obviously right now, these 19 opposition parties include the Congress. Is Congress the real problem for you right now?
See, when it is coming to the inauguration of the parliament,
can you be seen together with the Congress on any forum?
Let us not talk about the politics. We are not talking about the politics here. We are talking about the Constitution. We are talking about what our Constitution says, what the Article 79 says. I mean, even the Prime Minister does not have the right to override the Constitution, the Article 79.
So why don't you say that the BRS will not go for this? You are sitting here, you're criticizing the Prime Minister. Take a stand, sir. Why don't you announce this on Republic and say that I will side with all the opposition parties and we will not be a part of the inauguration?
It is most unlikely.
If it is about principles and not about politics, take a stand.
Yes. We will definitely take a stand because still the time is there till
Okay, so
28th.
Of course, you will have to take a stand. Of course, you will have to take a stand, but I'm just drawing a viewer's attention to the kind of power play that's going on. Majumdar ji is trying to help you again and again. He's trying to, give you some bit of reason to say that please come on our side. Do not go on the side of the TDP, the YSRCP, the BJD and the Akali right now. But Parimal ji, you're the State General Secretary of the JDU. Now, in this list that I was just looking through, Majumdar ji, please allow the other panelists also to speak. In 2019, the Bihar Chief Minister, Nitish Kumar, he also inaugurates the Central Hall in the Bihar Assembly. Was the governor also invited? Parimal ji, can you tell us?
Actually, just as you want the question of matter of inauguration of the Central Hall, you see, first of all, let me clarify. Actually, parliamentary democracy is the basic feature of the constitution, and Narendra Modi is known to destroy the constitution of India. You should know that the parliament building is the symbol of the democratic setup of the country.
Till the JDU was with the BJP, you had no problems. But because you have changed sides now, so clearly there is no ideology, no Parimal. Isn't that the question that people will ask you?
Actually, you go through Article 74 of the Constitution. There shall be a
Parimal ji.
You don't know. Let me clarify now. Why you are pacifying the step of the central government? You are not a spokesman of BJP. Let me clarify.
No, why will I?
75 states
I haven't even gone to Charu Pragya yet. I'm going to ask her all those questions that all of you are asking. But I have to ask all the opposition parties also about their hypocrisy.
Actually, you see, we adopted parliamentary democracy from Britain, and actually we also adopt the convention, the parliamentary democracy convention from Britain. Okay. Normally, it is the convention that if such type of building will be inaugurated, it will be inaugurated by the head of the country. But the way Narendra Modi government is acting, actually Narendra Modi has the habit to take credit of everything. I am giving the example. Ram Mandir in Ajodhya was
so that is the problem. No, Parimal ji, at least you have made that confession. Unlike a Khaliqur Rahman or unlike a Mr. Majumdar, at least you have made that confession on national TV that this is about Modi. This is about your hatred against the Prime Minister. You forget the fact that it's the Parliament.
No, this is not the matter.
Today the BJP is, in a majority there. Tomorrow it could be the entire opposition. It could be any other party. You have the JDU MPs also who go and sit in the Parliament.
Not at all. You see.
Why are you insulting the temple of democracy?
Respectable Nitish Kumar conducted is to unify the different political party. The main issue was to protect the Constitution of India. That's why all the 19 political parties are opposing the inauguration. Okay, they boycotted the inauguration because Narendra Modi government is not protecting the Constitution or constitutional norm. It has no belief in the parliamentary democracy convention. So that is the important point.
Okay.
And you see, I will give several instances in which he violated the normal. Some day before, some month before, actually he has started inauguration of certain worship. Actually, it was the prerogative of the President of India. But again, he violated the norm. So that is the reason why we are opposing it. Besides this factor, you see, Central Vista project was also opposed by the environmentalists. These are yet another factor. He has started.
But see, because you have raised that issue, and I have to get in Charu and I have to get in Harish Rai Dhandaji also, who've been very patiently listening. The problem is also Mr. Majumdar and Parimal ji, and you can just think about this as I go to both of our panelists who haven't spoken yet. You initially said Parliament building in each other. When that issue got settled, you said इसमें बहुत पैसा लग रहा है. When that issue also got settled, there was an issue about the Kartavya Path, the Central Vista. So on one pretext or the other, you have been opposing anything that the central government does. Because I have shown you the number of contradictions, Parimal ji, that you have also faced. Charu, now tell me, why are you sidelining an Adivasi president? What is your problem if the president inaugurates the parliament building?
Okay. Now, thank you so much for finally coming to me, Deepthi. And I know you had to get to the other panelists because, as usual, it is 4-5 against 1. But also because I have waited patiently for so long, allow me 30 seconds at least to speak without any interruption. Number one, everybody is quoting the Constitution today. Where in our Constitution is it written that an inauguration can only be done by the Honorable President? Question number 1. Question number 2. Of course, when we talk of the parliament, you talk of how the parliament consists of the president and then the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. So when you are talking about the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha, and our honorable Prime Minister is the leader of the executive, a popular, democratically, you know what, Deepti, I started out patiently
Let us speak,
waiting.
please, then you can come.
Parimalji. Can I please finish?
Parimalji, I will come back to you. Let Charu at least complete her point.
I don't like to interrupt others. Now,
No,
I have
Charu,
let
go on,
everybody speak for precisely 27 minutes, Deepti, and I am very capable of heckling all these men all at once.
Parimalji,
Either you put a fader on
Parimalji, it's a
Can you put
request.
a
Charu
fader on
hasn't
him?
spoken. Tadaji is still waiting. Please listen into them also, no? Parimalji.
I don't, it doesn't matter what
Yes,
channel
Charu.
this is, and it doesn't matter who my panelists are. I don't function like this. Can you learn a little bit of discipline for national television at least, and not for national politics?
Parimalji, can you listen to her, please? Please extend the courtesy to Charu. She also listened to you patiently. Please.
I did, but I'm not going to return the courtesy to him. He does not deserve it. He does not deserve it. Secondly, I was coming to question number 2. Our Honorable Prime Minister is a popular, democratically elected leader of this country. If he's doing the inauguration, that is the problem of the opposition. Okay, you know what, Deepti? Either you get people who speak at that term, or I'm going to make sure that nobody speaks for the rest of the debate, and your debate is going to go down the drain.
Parimalji, if you want the BJP also to get exposed, you have to allow Charu at least a time to respond, Parimalji.
If this is JDU
Understand, this is
style
a
of
fixed
debating,
match between all of
I'm going
you.
to make sure Mr.
Parimalji,
Parimal does not get a word
please.
in. I am going to make sure
Parimalji, it's a request.
Going henceforth.
Please let Charu respond. Dadaji still hasn't spoken. Please.
I understand you've not been
Please,
taught
sir,
basic
extend that
manners.
courtesy to
I understand
Charu,
you've not been
please.
raised with basic
That's not how we debate.
But do not do this here.
And now you are protecting
Arey, Majumdarji, why are you getting agitated? Charu hasn't even completed her point. At least listen to her, sir. Please.
Is there a reason you do this? Is there a reason?
Majumdarji and Parimalji, it's a request, sir. Please let her complete her point. I have to get Dadaji also into this conversation.
Deepti, can you just put a fader on them, because this is frankly a waste
It's
of
okay,
the
sir.
viewers'
Relax.
time.
I don't know why you're still so angry. Relax, sir.
Fine sense of media. This is extreme fine.
Arey, you have to at least let her respond.
Nobody speaks now, because none of these gentlemen have the basic courtesy to allow me to speak for even 30 seconds.
It's a request.
And
We are
shame
running
on
out of
them.
time. Let's not waste time. Please.
No, they
Majumdarji,
enjoy doing that
Parimalji,
because
it's a
they never
request,
want
sir.
to discuss
Please.
issues.
Charu, please
discuss
complete your point.
issues. Deepti, I am not going to speak like this. This is a waste of my
No,
breath.
Charu,
You
let's
either
come
put
back
a
to the
fader
discussion.
on them-
Charu.
No, either you put a fader on their voices, or I'm going to heckle them as they are heckling me, and there is no point. There's no point having a constructive discussion here.
Majumdarji,
It's a
I'm just
waste of
requesting
energy
you, sir,
for
for the last
everybody.
time.
People are
I'm also
changing
requesting
channels
our production
instead of
team to put their faders
Do you
down. It's
want
getting
to
very
be perceived
difficult.
as a nonsensical leader who cannot
We
even
have
say
to
one
please
sensible
get
word?
Mr. Dhanda and Charu
This
to
is
let
your
her
idea
complete
of
her point.
democracy. This is their idea of democracy. To make sure that they say
अरे
what they
रुकिए
want
ना
to say and then
मजूमदार जी,
heckle all
आप क्या
others.
कर रहे हैं सर? You're such a senior politician. Why are you doing this?
नहीं, वो seniority
You've spoken for the
केवल
last
experience
25
से नहीं
minutes.
आती
Why
है.
are you not letting Charu
Seniority
speak?
manners से भी आती है. Seniority discipline से भी आती है.
Charu,
And
Charu, let's.
shameful that the senior leaders of Indian democracy can behave like this on national television. This is in plain sight of every single voter in India. This is how they behave in plain sight of every single voter of India. This is their idea of democracy: to heckle, to speak over one another, and never get one constructive statement out of their mouths. That being said, this is a situation of Khisyani Billi Khamba Noche Deepti, because if the biggest criticism the opposition has today for the new parliament is ribbon kaun katega, that itself is a huge victory for the hard work Bharatiya Janata Party has been putting in over the last 9 years, and I say this with a lot of responsibility. Every single opposition party is not boycotting the parliament inauguration. And do you know what also happens when somebody wants to boycott a constitutional building such as this? The Vidhan Sabha in Chhattisgarh was boycotted by the then opposition in 2019. And are they not sitting in the same Vidhan Sabha building today, making sure the office runs as usual? They are going to do that tomorrow. They are not going to disappear from Indian democracy. So if you want to be a part of Indian democracy,
You are also very seasoned spokesperson, Charu. Dhanda ji is still waiting, but only with his permission. I want to just give you 30 seconds, Charu, to respond to that criticism that people today are putting out, Charu. That are you trying to make India something like the US presidential type of a politics where right now you have the Prime Minister who's all powerful. He's taking the role of the US President and nothing else matters. And that is why you're willing to even sideline an Adivasi president. Why are you doing that?
No, absolutely not. And you know what, Deepti? It is a bit rich coming from the very same political parties who called our honorable president what not at the time of her election. They all stood in, not just in opposition of her in that election, they called her dirty names that I don't even want to repeat.
That is why you're ruling.
Exactly.
That's the difference, no, Charu?
And
that is why they're in the opposition.
I don't even want to put light on the kind of language they used for Rashtrapati Murmu, because it does not deserve to be repeated. So today, for them to be concerned about how respected our honorable Rashtrapati is, it just exposes them. It completely exposes them. See, I can go back and make a list of every single important inauguration.
Okay, so you say there is nothing wrong. You say there is nothing wrong. There is a breaking update right now also coming in of the YSRCP chief, Jagan Mohan Reddy, who's congratulated the Prime Minister. As we fire that breaking news right now on our screens, Danda ji, apologies that, I really had to keep you waiting for so long, but I want to, use this opportunity to get in your last word. Are you today standing with the BJP when the opposition today is also questioning the BJP on why they are sidelining an Adivasi president? Very quickly, sir.
We are standing with the nation today. We are standing with this historical movement when, after designed by Luton and Baker, this new building is coming up. This building is not only parliament. Apart from that, there are many other structures around with it. Prime Minister's residence, Prime Minister's secretariat, security secretariat, whatnot. I think every party will always take a credit whose Prime Minister is there. Modi has done it. Modi should get the credit, and Modi will get the credit. No one can discredit him. Now the question is, I am very sure that very soon there will be another function in the parliament, which will be under the president. That will be a ceremonial inauguration of a parliament where all parliamentarians will be invited. I'm sure it will happen. And to use this language about the president that she is from such class and such class, this is a hypocrisy, and I feel ashamed. All right. So you still want to give the long rope to the BJP, Dandaji. We've completely run out of time. And my apologies to you and Charu, because we absolutely run out of time. Majumdar ji, Parimal ji, and also Khaliqur Rahman, thank you so much right now. But this is going to be a continuous coverage building up to Sunday. I thank all of you right now. It's time for us to quickly head into a break right now. Back on the other side with lots more.